Precision. Very good. Anybody who would like to share? How did it go? How did it go describing your vision of yourself to someone else? Joanna?
Much easier than drawing it.
Yes? Interesting. Very good. How was it easier?
Because I already knew what I'm talking about, right? I already had in mind my goals and I could expand on my drawing. It was much easier to express it in words.
Okay, understand. But you related it to your drawing and then you used words to describe it. Thank you. And this is a great comment. Just, I would like to note in that all of us were thinking a little bit in a little bit different way. Some of us are more visual. Some of us are more audible. Some of us like words and sounds. Some of us are more kinesthetic. And that's fine. So there are different techniques how you can put what's on your mind, how you can put it outside. For some, the pictures will work. For some, something else. So thanks for this comment. Anyone else who would like to share?
I think that in this exercise there is also the opposite side, not just explain to the partner like what you try to put on this piece of paper, but also ask the partner with whom you are working how he considers this picture. Like this is also very interesting, and I actually did it. Like first he explained what is written on this page, and then I explained him like what I meant like for each part of my picture.
And this is a great observation because again, when you bring somebody else's eyes, maybe again not just to a drawing, but to something else that you do in your life, that person can find so much more than you would be able to see yourself. Thank you very much for that. Anyone else would like to share? Last one?
Yeah, it's a great feeling to talk about like my dreams and visions because I don't have many opportunities to express myself. So in this exercise, I could talk about my visions and dreams and my goals. So it's a great feeling to express myself.
Thank you. And again, it's so interesting because you said you don't have that many opportunities.
Except those men.
No, I understand. But what I wanted to say that for me personally, when I hear another person speak about their dreams and their visions, either about themselves or about something they're doing, that's one of the most interesting things to listen to. It was just this week on Friday, this week on Monday, I met a future president of our corporate club, and we had an election meeting just today, and he decided he would run for the office, and he wanted to get my feedback on his vision about the club. And he said, "Lucas, we can be the best corporate club in Prague, and we have this new conference room that would host 120 people with this audio technique. And we would invite our directors from the US to come and give feedback to our people." And his eyes were shining, there were sparkles in his eyes, and it was so amazing to listen to him. And again, I wanted to be aboard his ship when he's going to drive towards that goal. And I just wanted you to try this, to speak about your dreams, because when you will be asking for your mentor, it's very important that you're able to convey to your mentor what you want to do and be able to do it in a succinct way so that your mentor understands. Here was point number 3, how to get the right mentor. For points number 4 and 5, this is actually an empty piece of paper, this is fine. Point number 4, how to set the relationship. Anybody, do you have a recipe for success, how to make a relationship with your mentor a success for you? Any hints, any ideas come to your mind?
You have to both have some common goals because the mentoring should be both ways. Like should bring value to the mentor, but also to the mentee, but also to the mentor. Otherwise, it will end.
Very good. Thank you. You hit it at the first attempt. Goals, that was the thing that I was looking for. Thanks. We're defining the relationship with the mentor. Again, I know in Toastmasters we sometimes have it, I will be your mentor, and like that's where it ends. It's important to have a specific goal and also to have the relationship limited somehow. It may be either time, mentoring for the next 6 months and then evaluate how it went, or mentoring towards a specific goal. Again, the World Championship of Public Speaking, the first time you go out of the competition, that's where this relationship ends. For example, there are 2 reasons for that. Again, it's liberating that you're not going to be need to survive forever and ever. If it doesn't work, you have an opportunity to change, which will in fact give likeness to the relationship. But second, you always need to be able to say whether it worked or not, but also whether at the moment, if you decide to be for 6 months, whether 1 month into the relationship, you are coming closer to the goal and therefore you're doing fine, or whether you're getting further, something's not working and you need to take a corrective action. So that's why it's important to define the goals. And if I'd like to ask you for one more thing to write down, if you had a mentor from today, what should be your goals for the next 6 months? Feel free to write at least 3. Something that you can say whether you achieved it or not. Something measurable. You have 10 more seconds. Five, 4, 3, 2. It's okay, we can finish when you come back home. No,
Okay.
we will not be giving marks. Very good. Again, anyone who would like to share the goal they wrote down? Please.
I have an extra goal because I'm running for EPE.
Uh-huh.
So my goal would be to be successful EPE.
What does that mean?
And successful means that the people will be happy. It's not about me being memorable, that people will remember this one was good EPE, but make them feel like they achieved something.
Mhm.
They were having a good time with me and they enjoyed being part of the Toastmasters.
Okay, how will you measure it?
With my good feeling. It's not like, I don't want to measure this, I just want to make it happen.
Okay. Thank you for this. I know that there are different opinions whether to use precise measurements, whether to use them or not. But let me tell you what my opinion is based on, if I can. About 2 months ago, I was very stressed at work and I wasn't feeling particularly well, but I wasn't worrying about it too much. But I came to my grandmother for lunch. And I wasn't feeling well, but I wasn't doing anything about it. I came to my grandmother for lunch. And my grandmother cooks amazingly well, but at that time, at that particular Sunday, what I saw at my grandmother, she had this machine for measuring your blood pressure, and it was pretty cool. It was, digital. You could just press a button and your blood pressure and measure it. I haven't had my blood pressure measured in the past 10 years, so I said, it's going to be fun to have my blood pressure measured. And in fact, I did that. And what was really interesting was that the blood pressure, the higher mark that I got was 152. And for those of you without medical education, the normal, you should have at 135 or lower. So 152 was quite significant hypertension for my age. And I can guarantee you that the first thing what I did was I looked on the internet how to treat hypertension, drugs. I looked at all the side effects of those drugs. I got scared, some hair fell out of my head from being scared. And ladies and gentlemen, on that very day I decided to take action, and the whole next week I was drinking a lot of water, I was sleeping 2 hours more than all the week before, and I was eating salads for every lunch instead of KFC, and my blood pressure went down and it was okay. And the reason why I took action was there was clear differentiation between what's good and what's not so very good. It's up to you what goals you define for yourself. Just from my experience, if you have measurable goals where you can say it's good or it's not good, that's what will drive you to action. I would like to close this. We are in red, and I want to still have some time for questions and answers. The very last part, how to have a meeting with how to keep on going the relationship with your mentor. And the example that worked best for me was actually at my work, Norway's Toastmasters. I had a senior manager from Venezuela, because our company is global, so I'm a Venezuelan mentor, and we had a meeting every second Friday at 2:30 p.m. Prague time, which was just before he started working on every Friday. And before every meeting, I had a particular assignment. So I had to deliver something, I had to create something, and then when I created it, I sent to him in advance, and then we discussed it. Which was good because my mentoring, I didn't benefit from my mentoring just during those 30 minutes, but I benefited the whole time as I was preparing for that 30-minute mentoring session. If I didn't have time to prepare, there was no point of having that mentoring session, so we canceled. And you bet that this drove me to doing my homework. So I think one of the questions was how to keep the relationship engaging. Just define a clear schedule for yourself, how you're going to meet, how you're going to work together, and what you will deliver every time to your mentor. With that, I would like to take questions and answers, and just after the Q&A, I will take 1 more minute to finish, and I'm done. Questions and answers.
So cold. How's your blood pressure by now?
I think now it's okay. My grandma always told me, Lucas, take care of your blood pressure, and I'm doing so now.
And guys, how is your blood pressure? Is there any question in your mind for Lucas by now? What you experience, what you feel, what you like to ask him?
Yeah, I have a question about your goals that you set with Silvana that you think helped you the most.
Interesting that you're asking. With Silvana, I didn't have the goals explicitly set. I just wanted to, say, grow as fast as I could in Toastmasters. And it was one of the mentoring relationships that was very informal. So with those, I didn't have goals clearly defined. It was like, grow as much as I can.
Anyone else with a question for Lucas by now? Simon was the first.
Lucas, my question is, I as VP would like to get a very motivated mentors and mentees in my firm, both of them. I want really this to work on its own. Do you have any short advice that is not going to consume 15 minutes?
Of course. Right. Well, I spoke with Rostia when we were outside in the corridor. The first thing is, I believe first there needs to be a demand. First people need to want to have a mentor, and they need to be able to imagine what this is for them. And then when you have this demand for mentors, you can say, okay guys, we need mentors. How about you be the mentor and you be the mentor? And the next step is make it very clear how both of these groups benefit from this relationship. And for that there is lots of documents in Toastmasters. If you get in touch with me, I can send you those we use in our club, and I believe you can find a lot more on the internet.
Mary, it's your turn.
I'm not really goal-oriented person, and I'm really bad in setting goals. And I'm even totally worse with setting the goals measurable.
Right.
I'm all about emotions and feelings and stuff. Do you have any advice how to learn myself to set a goal?
Find some help. Meet Andrej Mažáry.
That's what is in my mind all the time.
Oh,
He
so
always advises to have a goal and have a measurable goal. I'm not able to measure even what I have drawn.
I understand. To follow up on my answer to Georgi's question, it's not a must. I just find it way better, and people operate differently. If you believe you can never work with a goal, just try the second best option.
It can work as well. I'm just not able to figure out what the measure is. Like if
I
you
see.
take
Okay.
consideration with I want to have a good feeling from my club members to be
Understand.
happy. How would you set a measurable goal?
I understand. So in that, you need to find someone who has more experience in setting measurable goals to help you find a proxy, something that is measurable and it somehow reflects what you want to. Not perfectly, because it can never be perfect, but closely. For example, for the VP, I'm sure most of you are familiar with the DCP points, and you've got the 2 CCs and 2 competent communicator manuals finished, then another 2 and then the advanced manuals and the leadership manuals. And you say, these are just numbers, and it's not about how people feel good in the meeting. But let me tell you that if people will not feel well in the meetings, they will not return to the meetings after some times. They will not be finishing their manuals. And it will be reflected in the DCP points not being achieved. And I know it's not perfect measure, but it's close. And maybe you can come up with something that's closer to it even than this. So what I would suggest you just try to find someone who can help you with saying, okay, Mary, what do you want? They will listen to you. They will understand what your feelings are about. And then they will help you, okay, Mary, I believe, this is the one or two measurable things that you can do. So you get feedback.
Simone, your turn now. I'm sorry, Simone of Aristoteles.
Mentor-mentee relationship. Any advice when you're a mentee and you don't trust or you feel that the advice which you're receiving will not help you or it's not legit?
Get another mentor. It's not a marriage. Or if that's the only mentor you can have in that particular moment, it's important that you're very clear in what you want and you can ask very clear and specific questions to your mentor. Because you can, as with when you're managing your manager, you just simplify, you just prepare everything the manager needs for the decision, you prepare your suggestion, and then you say to the manager, okay, this is what I suggest, are you okay with it? And manager says, yes. So with the mentor, maybe mentor doesn't give you direction, but you know that you want to improve your vocal variety. So you record your speech, or maybe you can give your example. What is the thing that you would like to get help with?
So for example, mentor is telling me you need to finish with quote your speech, and you truly don't believe this one.
Right.
Anyway, are you going to listen and finish the speech with a quote, or you're going to do your way how you want?
I think it's like with your parents, no? Your parents tell you, Hristo, you should marry a girl from Azerbaijan because these are the best girls in the world. So you listen to the parents or you have your own opinion? And mentor is not as important in your life as your parent. So you can make up your own mind, I believe.
My mother
They are nice girls. So maybe just the last thing, I will just quickly walk through the expectations.
Maybe we will have some time for one more question and then you can go through it.
Great.
Is there anything else you would like to ask by now? Not related to Azerbaijan, please?
How to engage your mentors who teach you more? Because for my case, I cannot choose my mentor, but someone else assigned a mentor for me. And sometimes I think that I'm more creative than my mentor.
When you're saying you cannot get another mentor, what do you mean by that? Is it in Toastmasters or somewhere outside?
Somewhere outside.
Okay. And why cannot you get someone else to mentor you?
So it's like the skill mentor, like when I go to the company and someone choose the mentor for me before that. So I'm like arrange mentorship.
Understand.
Yeah.
Okay. So again, there are two things. You can try to seek a non-arranged mentor that you will arrange on your own, the way that we described before. And again, you say how to motivate your mentor to be more engaged.
Yeah.
It's important that you find out what the mentor wants, what your mentor is seeking in the relationship.
He just his job opportunity, his job responsibility to mentor me.
I understand.
Sometimes he has no benefit to teach me, but I find it like he's more useful to.
I understand, but besides the arranged mentorship, what is in your mentor's objectives? Not related to you, but what does your mentor want to achieve at work? I'm not asking you now, but it's important that you find out. Because Zig Ziglar is a sales guru. He says, you can get anything you want in life if you help enough people get what they want in their lives. So because I believe if that person is experienced, has some experience to share, and if you find out how you can be useful to that person, then you will find a way to make that person useful to you.
And we have 8 more minutes to go, or 6. As per Joanna, since
We have 1.5 for the questions.
1.5 for the questions. With that, I would leave Lukasz to finish and wrap up his workshop.
Perfect. Thank you, Jana. Expectations, relationship mentor versus mentee. Accomplished? Very good. Mentoring versus coaching, we didn't touch that. Let's speak about it in a pub. I don't know, like in my eyes, this blends very much. Like with my friends who've been coaching, they say always in coaching, you never give advice, you always ask questions. And in mentoring, you should be more directive, you should be sharing more of your experience. I still believe these two should be more blending, because I believe there is a benefit in doing both, asking questions and also sharing experience. No, it's like, is it okay? Answer?
Yes.
Okay, no,
How do you feel about your answer?
I'm satisfied. For me, this works.
That's fine.
Thank you. How to is for a mentee? We touched that already. Manage your mentor. How mentee can help the mentor? We done? So James, huh? How to find the right mentor? Study them. Look for them and study them. And motivating your mentor, motivating your mentee. Touch that one? If there is one thing I would really like you to do after you come home after this workshop, take 10 minutes to think about who are the people that you would like to be your mentors. It can be people that you already know, it can be people that you can somehow reach, it can be even people that you haven't met yet, but you can. What I'd like you to do, to use that piece of paper and your notes from today to really take action and start your next mentoring relationship. Because what I 100% believe, this is a catalyst of your personal growth, and this is what will get you further than you imagine.